witches, this is Hekterios, and this is the full Hunter's Moon astrology, Hekatian insight, and intuitive tarot reading. So I'm not doing a weekend reading this weekend because this full moon reading basically covers this whole weekend. The full moon energies, just to let you guys know, in case you don't know this, or actually I don't know what you follow or whatever, but this is just how I believe, that the full moon's energy lasts for 3 days. So the day before the full moon, the day of the full moon itself, and then the day afterwards. All of those days carry the energy of the full moon, okay? And it's the same with the dark moons. That's just how I believe and how I practice, and how I was taught by my mother and stuff like that. So that's just what I do. So this weekend really carries the energy of the full moon, is my point. And so let's just get right into this. First of all, I'll let you know what I'm feeling energetically from Hecate. Is that this full moon is it carries the energy of like a doorway being opened for people, okay? It has an energy of a transition, a gateway of energy that kind of carries us to the next phase of our life, or to the next chapter of life, whatever it is. For each person, there's a transitional energy going on with this, and it's taking us from the old into the new in a way that's different from the eclipses we've been experiencing, because eclipses are very destructive in nature, as they bring change in a destructive way because they're getting rid of the past and bringing in the new in that way. The energy that I'm feeling from this full moon is that it's bringing a shift, a transition in a more of a creation way of, okay, like moving beyond considering the past altogether. We're going forward with those plans, with those choices. I feel like the time of consideration is over, contemplation is over, and now it's time to really just start moving forward in a determined way. So that's the energy that I'm feeling, and is coming in from this full moon. It's very supportive. It's very energizing. It's very magical, and it's going to help us manifest what we want, okay? So now I'm going to show you all the astrology, and just also to remind y'all, I get my Hecatian insights from her, and just energetically, intuitively, before I ever look at the astrology, just because I like to test myself. It's just kind of fun to me to test myself in that way and just get the insights and then look at the astrology, because I'm not a professional astrologer. I know I always say that in these videos, but I'm not. So I don't really have a professional perspective on what the astrology even means anyways, even if I wanted to. So I just get my intuitive feelings, and then when I look at the astrology, I do a little bit of research into it, and it usually matches that, okay? So looking at the astrology for this full moon, which I just have it set on the current time right now as I'm recording this on the 15th. Like I said, the full moon's energies last for 3 days. So if I just skip forward one day or whatever, it actually shows out the full moon goes into Aries. So during this weekend, we're going to see a transition of the full moon's energy from a Piscean energy to an Aries, oh shoot, to an Aries energy, okay? Y'all, this app is kind of like touchy. A lot of people have asked me what is this app called that I use. It's called Star Chart on the Google Play Store. It's free, so you can get it and you can like program it to different dates and stuff. You could actually go back and look at your birth date and see where all the planets are and stuff like that. And it's good for planning spells and stuff, as well as just knowing the astrology. But anyway, we see that the moon at this point, as it's becoming full, is conjunct with the planet Uranus, okay? Uranus is like, astrologically speaking, Uranus is like a lightning bolt, okay? Its energy is like just a flash of transformation, change, insight, inspiration, psychic knowings, okay? It's really a planet of kind of extreme divine power, okay? And the moon's with that, and it's in the constellation Pisces. Pisces is the constellation that carries an energy of kind of psychic power, dream work, fantasy and illusion, sometimes in a negative connotation of like delusions and fantasies. But if you use it in the positive aspect, it's like creative visualization, which you can use to actually plan for your future and stuff like that, and the law of attraction and those type of things. So there's a lot of power with this full moon, okay? And you really want to pay attention specifically around this weekend to your dreams. You might want to write them down. You'll be getting a lot of psychic insights and psychic flashes, a lot of inspirations that if you follow them will lead you to synchronistic things that are helping you to unfold your path and manifest what you want. Andromeda. I just noticed that. But okay. And then as the moon shifts into Aries this weekend, it's really going to bring an energy of creativity and taking initial steps and planning new projects and like power moves, okay, for your self-interest. So we kind of have a receptive energy with this full moon at first with Uranus, and how that's probably going to bring inspirations, insights, psychic knowings, and then it shifts into an active energy, okay, of then probably acting upon that, okay. The cards will give us more detail, but that's basically what I'm seeing with this, astrologically speaking. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and start doing the cards. Okay. There's a lot of positive energy with this, honestly. Probably what I'm feeling is that this is probably the most energetic full moon that we've had this entire year so far. Okay. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. And little flower offerings. Please give us your divine guidance for this full moon. So that we can use it for our highest good, greatest success and joy. And so let it be. Okay. Let me go ahead and tilt this down more for y'all to see all the cards. And kind of adjust a little bit. Okay. So, let's get right into this. First, representing as us, we have the 9 of Wands. So this is letting us know that we need to go forward in a very disciplined way of kind of being your own taskmaster. Giving yourself, basically setting goals, and not just long-term ones, but short-term, like what do you need to do today type thing, and really making sure that you accomplish that. Okay, just staying on top of your game, really being your self-master. Okay, so with this full moon, that's the energy that we need to have, which makes sense with the astrology and Hekterios insights. Okay, now this is one of the cards in this deck that's not part of traditional tarot. The Hearthstone. Okay. It's a gorgeous card. So, what I have found when I try to like resonate with the energy of this, because it does not give a definition with just the deck that I have, because I don't have the book that goes to it. But the energy that I feel with this typically is about taking a new path with your life, with the physical part of your life, not necessarily so much of the spiritual or with relationships and stuff, but really like your foundations of life, like possibly where you live, your work, that type of thing, kind of the mundane part of life. I feel like this card represents choices there and taking new paths, because there is a crossroads here, and I can't really tell if it's a stream of water or if it's a path, but it kind of feels like it's a crossroads. And so there's options here. Maybe not just 2 options, maybe there's more than 2. Maybe there's some things that we're not seeing that are options for us right now. And this card kind of calls you to have faith, I feel, that no matter what choice that you do make, that like things will work out regardless what you choose, because life is not about something being absolutely right and another choice being absolutely wrong. It's about whatever path you just do choose, and there's positives and negatives to everything. Okay, so this card is in the present position, so that means that there is some kind of a choice, decisive energy that is surrounding this full moon, and we need to, probably that's why we need to be disciplined and our own self-masters, so that we make the right choices for ourselves. Okay, and once again, it doesn't really matter what you choose, as long as, excuse me, because there's no right or wrong choices. Okay, there's just your will. So, really the only thing that defines the choice as right or wrong is, you know, is it the right choice for us? Okay, so just be aware of that. Crossing us, we have the 8 of Cups. And so in the crossing position, this card comes as a challenge. And the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind something good because you have a greater calling towards something else, a greater spiritual pull towards doing something else with your life or with your relationships or with whatever it is for you. Could be your work, whatever, where you live, with these choices being here. It could be any of that for each person. But the fact that it's coming up in the crossing position as a challenge means that there might be a lot of doubt surrounding this, because what you feel like you have right now is kind of secure feeling, or at least you think it is and you perceive it in that way. But in reality, whatever it is that you'll pursue that's calling your spirit will be much better for you. So don't let your fear or worry or whatever kind of block you from going forward and progressing. Beneath us, we have the Knight of Coins. So this means that it's very important to stay steady. Okay, stay, what am I trying to say? Kind of stay focused, stay diligent in working towards your goals, and be patient, because things will kind of move slowly but progressively and steadily as you stay focused, okay? This card is also about being dependable and reliable to other people and to yourself, okay? So that's another energy that we need to keep in mind. In the past, we have the Eight of Coins, and this is about a time when we really stayed focused. This is a really pretty card. Let me just show you all the detail real quick. I wish these cards were in color. I kind of feel like coloring them some days, but it's cute and pretty with the aurora and stuff. But this is about a time when we stayed focused on creating what we wanted, and we saw beautiful and wonderful positive results from doing so. And so this card's coming up in the past position to remind you of when you did that, kind of remind you of the mindset that you had, the emotional state that you were in when you did this, and the steps that you took, the way that you stayed focused until you saw the results that you wanted, so that you can draw strength from that and do it again, okay? Crowning us is the Hermit card. So this is about kind of your guidance, or some divine guidance coming in, and as far as the crowning position. And the Hermit card is about divine guidance. So, doubly so, this is about really listening to your inner voice and what you think and feel is right for your highest good. And not being afraid to walk that path, even if it means walking alone, or if not physically walking it alone, but kind of like where other people don't support you and stuff like that, and you just have to follow what you think is right anyway. That type of thing. Stay focused on that. And trust in that inner voice and that inner light to really guide your way through these transitions, and where you think that things might not work out, or you have doubts or concerns. Trust in the guidance that you're getting, that things will work out if you follow it, okay? In the future position, we have the Empress card. She's really a divine mother of the tarot, okay? Alright, y'all, I had to let the time limit go because I have this 20 minute time limit on this camera. So I just had to let it switch real quick and start doing this new video, and I'll just splice them together. But the Empress card is about a very nurturing energy that's like very extremely emotionally supportive, spiritually supportive, and it supports your creativity, it supports your soul, your artistic talents, your skills, your psychic power even, your dreams, your wishes. It also brings in support with relationships, okay? So this is the energy that we can look forward to in the future, coming from this full moon's energy. Expect kind of very nurturing energy coming to you. Now, if you follow my other guidance videos about Hecate and how the veils are kind of dissipating, which in a way brings her back more into this realm, I feel like that could be what this is associated with. Vesta, come here. I'm sorry, y'all. Vesta wants to go outside, and I'm not going to let her out there. But basically, what was I saying about how Hecate's energy is kind of coming more into our lives, so we can expect this support and this nurturing to kind of start pouring and raining down on us, okay? Through our relationships, through spiritual blessings. I'm really feeling that it's through relationships and spiritual blessings more than anything else, and it's going to really nurture your creativity and bring you kind of a lot of success and abundance, happiness from that, okay? Now, in the persona position, we have the Page of Swords, and this is about really putting yourself out there and speaking what's on your mind, speaking your ideas, your plans, your thoughts, and sharing those with the people who support you, okay? So this card sometimes carries a warning about protecting your privacy from, you know, certain people and stuff like that. But it also talks about speaking and sharing with people who support you. So just be extra mindful and discerning of that. A lot of times, witches follow the rule of to keep silent, because we know that certain people will actually bring negative energy to our plans and to our creative projects and stuff like that, and life choices and different things. So you really want to only be sharing with people who support you and not with anyone else. So just be mindful of that and discerning of that. But you are an inspiration to others as well, okay? How others see us is the Ten of Coins. So this is about how we are kind of seen as a source of stability to other people, okay? Other people see us as a source of security and protection and love, like a familial love or just really close friendship and soul connection. And so be aware that that's how other people see you, and try to, you know, use that information, use that knowledge, and, you know, discern who you're going to give that energy to, okay? For the hopes and fears position, we have the Ten of Swords. So this card carries an energy of kind of fear and hope, because really the Ten of Swords is about destruction, but that clears the way for new beginnings. So maybe with these choices that we were talking about over here with these cards, these different life choices that we're going through, and kind of at a point where the point of contemplation is over and now it's time to decide, we might have some fears of letting something come to a full end. Actually, I get the energy that it really has already ended, but we get the fear of actually letting go of it, if that makes sense, and just walking away into something new. But this card does carry energy of a clean slate, a new, to speak artistically, like a new canvas for you to just start creating whatever you want. So don't be afraid to let go. Also too, with this card, don't be afraid to let go of even something that you think is good right now, but that isn't for your highest good. Something that's secure, but it's not really for your greatest good. Okay, so don't be scared to let go of that and move into something new that's really pulling your soul in that direction. Okay. This card also has a message that things have already gone to the worst level that they can go, and you're still here, you're still surviving, you are actually doing whatever it is that it takes to stay afloat. Okay, so things aren't going to get any worse than they are, or than they have been, but they're also not going to get better unless you let go of that situation and really go towards what's calling your soul and your spirit, that you just know internally is for your highest good. And the final card that we have is the World card. So there's the culmination, a graduation to a higher level taking place right now. And that's why all of these cards are talking about kind of a challenge. But if you just go forward with it and accept it and embrace it, you will reach a new level of power, success, and spiritual consciousness. Okay, so trust your intuition. Don't be afraid to. So trust your intuition. Don't be afraid to follow it, and it will guide you to everything that you're wanting right now. Okay, you just have to trust it and be willing to let go of the past. All right. So I hope that you all have an amazing full moon, full hunter's moon. Utilize spell work and stuff, and have a great weekend. Hail to the witches, hail Hecate, and blessed be.